In the quiet wood-paneled halls of the Lipstick Building in Manhattan, Bernie Madoff built a kingdom on a foundation of air. For decades, he wasn't just a financier, he was a Wall Street deity, a former chairman of Nasdaq, whose name was synonymous with stability. While the market roared and crashed in violent cycles, Madoff's returns remained a miraculous flat line of growth, roughly 1% every month, like clockwork. The magic behind these numbers was a strategy he called split strike conversion. He claimed to buy a basket of blue chip stocks while simultaneously hedging them with options to limit any possible loss. It was sophisticated, exclusive, and, as it turned out, entirely fictional. Behind the glass doors of his 17th floor office, a floor his own sons were largely forbidden entering, Madoff operated a black box. He wasn't trading stocks, he was running a Ponzi scheme of unprecedented scale. Instead of being invested, every dollar from his clients were funneled into a single Chase Manhattan account. A small, loyal staff used all market data to print thousands of fake trade confirmations and monthly statements. They weren't recording history, they were writing a script. When a client wanted to cash out, Madoff simply dipped into a pool of money provided by new investors to pay them. As long as more money came in than went out, the engine of the lie kept humming. Madoff didn't just lie, he groomed. He used affinity fraud, targeting the Jewish community, charitable foundations, and elite country clubs. He made it difficult to invest with him. He created a velvet rope effect that made wealthy individuals beg to give him their life savings. To question him was to admit you weren't smart enough to understand his genius. The end didn't come because of a guilty conscience or a regulatory triumph. It came because of a global catastrophe. In 2008, the housing market crashed and the world economy began to bleed. Terrified investors needing liquidity rushed to Madoff to withdraw their funds. So, by December, the math became impossible. Investors were demanding $7 billion in redemptions, but Madoff's coffers held only a few $100 million. On the night of December the 10th, the Wizard of Wall Street sat his sons down in his apartment and confessed the devastating truth. The multi-billion-dollar empire was one big lie. When the dust settled, the numbers were staggering. Madoff had manufactured a paper wealth of $64 billion. But the actual principal lost by thousands of victims were roughly $18 billion. Lives were destroyed, charities folded, and the myth of the safe investment was shattered forever. Madoff was sentenced to 150 years in prison, a symbolic eternity for a man who traded his soul for a shadow.